Now that's just to get them overnight, because typically they've already lost everything that they already had.
Yeah.
So this isn't so they're not going days without smelling or.
My name is Jennifer Smacko, and I'm the Major Gifts Officer for the Northwestern PA chapter of the American Red Cross, so that means I handle all of the fundraising. Specifically, we provide services in 5 key areas. So we have our disaster services, we have our CPR and first aid training, health and safety training, we collect blood donations, and we do services of the armed forces and our international services as well. So our services of the armed forces, we deal with a lot of emergency messaging between families here that are in the United States and their family members who are either serviced at other bases in the United States or abroad. We also help the families cope. If their loved one overseas is injured, we help connect them. Our international services, we do a lot of tracing and messaging for families separated by armed conflict, and we offer support to refugees who are resettling in our area. CPR and first aid training is pretty legit. We host classes to train the community on how to be prepared to perform CPR and first aid, and then of course we hold blood drives to collect blood donations to distribute to where it's needed most. On average, it's a little over 100 fire response cases that we get, and then we will get a few some structural damages where the homes are collapsing or flooding issues. But like I said, it's primarily a little over 100 just fire alone, and then maybe another 10 mixed with other emergencies that come up. We actually receive, our donations come from the community itself. Okay, so both companies and individuals. We are not government funded. So we do rely solely on the generosity of our community members and businesses to provide financial assistance to the American Red Cross. Locally, we receive support from the United Way, companies like Erie Insurance, GE, Penelac, National Fuel, and then there are some donors throughout the community that are very generous to us as well. We have about 60 active volunteers right now, but we also have some volunteers that are trained and will deploy or be on call when we need them if a disaster should strike. So I would say total we have about 80. Volunteers do everything from disaster response to, the receptionists at the front desk that help with the phone calls. We have dispatchers, administrative volunteers, fundraising volunteers. We have volunteers that do just about everything. The demographic, it does range. We have some youth volunteers, students such as yourself. We have interns, and then the mass majority of our demographic after our interns and students are going to be our retired population. We have a lot of retired volunteers that, really felt that they wanted to continue to give back to the community after they stopped working. Online is where you would start the application process. Once you go to redcross.org, you'll see a tab where you can click to become a volunteer, and it'll send you to our volunteer connection portal, and that's where you would start the application process. We primarily will only accept cash donations, so cash or check, credit card, and it's only because it's the easiest way to get our clients what they need when they need it most.